filmmakers in the audience from any of those other films that I am not aware of here, please come on forward. We got the two Michaels here. Spelled differently. Now, Mikeal, Serial actually was a screenplay finalist here in 2017 at the SNAFF Festival.
Yeah, that's correct.
And you filmed this in Newton, Iowa?
We filmed in Newton and West Des Moines, in Clive. I think that's it.
And it definitely, you were going for the Hitchcock vibe. It was amazing. This is your directorial debut. You've been a screenwriter for years, but this is your first directing debut.
Yeah, after my first short, Ghost, which I produced, I figured, I'm doing all the work producing, and I might as well try the directing thing too. So at least it kind of sticks with my vision of what I was hoping to do when I wrote the script.
Now, where did you find Andrew Yuckel as Henry?
I did a casting search on Backstage.com, and he applied. He was originally in Pennsylvania at the time, so I flew him out, and then after that, he now was in Georgia.
Amazing performances in this one too. Now, this
Most of them,
including a bartender that had a cameo role.
yeah. Let's just be clear. I'm not an actor. I don't claim to be an actor. It was more of a necessity than desire, because on that day we had limited time, like 5 hours at the bar and a limited crew, and no one cast as the bartender. I originally wanted to be like a background sweeping pool player or something, but we didn't have time to do that setup, so yeah.
Well, I think you did an awesome job. Okay, now Mike Keeler was your DP, Chris Wallace, editor. These Des Moines area people that were working on the film with you?
Yeah, both Mike and Chris live in Altoona, and Mike runs his Southsider Studios, and I think Chris just freelances when he can. So.
And this film's been shown in quite a few festivals already, including Calcutta, India in March, and Melbourne, Australia this spring.
Yeah, it's too bad I couldn't go to Australia, but yeah, it was cool that they picked it.
Did you get to go to India or Australia? You didn't get to go to either one?
No.
Well, now, Razor's Edge Barbershop that was in Newton, was there a barber there that was showing how to do a straight razor shave? Was someone like giving technical advice on the side?
Yeah, he's in the credits. I think his name's Joe. He was our technical advisor to Andrew on how to sweep across the strobe and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, he was very helpful.
Now, do you have any other films that you're working on at the moment? Any future projects coming down here soon?
Well, we did a kind of a no-budget short called Till Death a couple months ago, which Chris is also editing. And I just started fundraising for a new short film called Counterfeits. It's a comedy noir. That should be fun, if I can get enough money to hire the people I want to use for it.
Get that funding, that's always
That's the big thing, always the funding.
Yes. And let's see here, if we wanted to check out more of your work, spilledinkcinema.com, is that your website?
Yes, that's my website. Rarely updated, but every once in a while you might see something new on there.
Nice. And then Michael Burgin, we have had a trilogy here this weekend. Low-Self Esteem 3 was a screenplay that was read yesterday at the Table Reads, Woman Seeking Man. And we've kind of experienced them a little out of order, but Low-Self Esteem 1 was last night, and Low-Self Esteem 2 tonight. You and I talked yesterday. Ellie is this amazing female horror character, which that you can relate to, and that you're cheering on at the same time that you can be terrified from. And can you explain to anyone who wasn't here last night how you found the actress?
Sure. I met Amy Radloff online. Basically, I was casting for another project that she auditioned for, and she ultimately didn't get the role, but she stood out enough that I really wanted to work with her on a project. And when that first project kind of stalled, I reached out to her, fast-tracked a micro short script, which was the original Low-Self Esteem that played last night. And she loved it and wanted to be involved, and so we brought her down from Wisconsin to shoot it.
And part 3, which continues from here, Woman Seeking Man, it is in post-production, so it should be available sometime later in the year?
Yes, hopefully, yes. I'm hoping by August it'll be done. It's now out of my hands and in the hands of sound and color and scoring, so we're moving pretty quick on it, but now I just kind of have to rely on other people. I also wanted to shout out to a couple of actors who came down from Mount Vernon today who were in Low-Self Esteem 3 to be here. Todd Brewington and then Justine Schoner is somewhere here in the auditorium. Where is she? I saw her post on Facebook with her tickets. I don't see her, but
She may have stepped out for me.
she may have stepped out. But thank you guys so much for coming down. That was awesome of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, you guys are in part 3, so we'll be seeing you on the screen pretty soon.
Yes, hopefully.
And then Wes Worthing, I don't think I saw him. I don't think he made it down tonight, did he?
Nope.
Anybody who knows Wes Worthing, the nicest guy, great actor, filmmaker. It's really hard to see him get killed in this movie.
I'm sorry I had to kill him.
But he did an amazing job too.
Yes.
Do we have any questions in the audience for Mikeal Burgin or Mikeal Berg? Yes.
Is there going to be a low self-esteem 4?
Low self-esteem 4, not in the immediate future. I've done 4 movies in the past year. 3 of them have been low self-esteem movies, and we've kind of beat that horse to death for right now. And I think we're gonna let Ellie take a little bit of a rest and maybe search for love someplace else. And we may bring her back in the future, but for right now, we're gonna focus on part 3 and then move on to probably some other projects.
Will there be a serial sequel?
Maybe one day.
Please?
There is another 30 pages written, so it's a weird 42 mark. So I think I need to go take it to a feature, but yeah, it's his college years, which would be really fun to see, but well, I don't know.
And now Henry has antisocial personality disorder. Did you do a lot of research on that, or did you study more just the Hitchcock movies and like those kind of characters?
No, it was mostly the disorder. A lot of Wikipedia and other psychology style websites, just reading up on it. He's quite likable when you don't make him mad. I mean, what's not film is also very funny. You're trying to make it funny and he's not killing off someone.
Right. Maybe Ellie and Henry should meet.
Now there's a screenplay we need to get together and write.
They're both likable and yet deadly. The force could be something to reckon with. Let's see here. Do we have any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, Mikeal from Serial. When did you decide to use the Barber Seville? Was it when you got the barber shop, or was that an inspiration early on?
That was fairly early on. That was ended up being a big headache for music licensing. Eventually, I found a way. It's a long story, but yeah, that's the song. It was kind of the muse for Henry, so it had to be in the movie. It was just difficult to get it there.
So it was something that sort of defined his character, and really.
Right. Yeah, he's very dramatic. And, yeah.
Yes, Demetrius.
Hey, so how did you I mean, the film is in black and white, but you was able to see the red, the blood. How did you do that?
Well, we filmed in color, and then Chris keyed out, or just made it black and white, and then I found some tutorials for him to use Adobe, some visual effects, After Effects, something, and he did the color, the red, for those two scenes. For a while it looked orange, but he kept working on it and eventually got it
That
there.
was really cool.
Wait, is that Demetrius out there?
It is.
Oh, Demetrius was in
here.
Low-Self Esteem 3 as well. So
Oh, he's in front of
I got
us.
another one that came down. Thank you.
Can you tell us anything about the actor who played Charlie?
Yeah, Arnie DeWitt, he's Des Moines local. He's done a lot of short films. I think he's in one tomorrow for Bruce and Justin.
Note to self.
Note to Self, yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of little projects. So great guy to work with.
And let's see here. I also was going to comment on the color. I love the choice of the black and white and then that shot of red. Now, you had played with the editing. You said you had a lot of extra footage. How difficult was it to get the version that you have for the film festivals?
Well, I mean, this is my first time directing, and looking back, I probably would have cut 2 more minutes out from what it was. It plays, I feel it plays a little long in the montage and a couple other spots, but yeah, this was kind of a film school for me, kind of, getting my feet wet on the whole thing. So there's not really anything else I could put in there. There's stuff I could take out probably, but not put in.
Well, if this is your first time directing, I mean, I keep going. And you've done amazing screenwriting that I've seen you producing, so I'm really excited to see your next directing project. Okay, do we have any other questions in the audience? Yes.
This is a question to both directors. What inspired you to sort of focus your project and energy on people with mental health issues?
Henry is my first character I've ever written a long time ago. I mean, Serial has evolved over probably 10 iterations, I would say. So it's just fascinating. I kind of thought Bugs Bunny, Sweeney Todd, what would that look like? And I mean, it's fascinating, right, for deranged people. So
I just like movies with people who are batshit crazy, but Ellie is kind of, she was the character that I wanted to create that was kind of the anti-hero, kind of like Michael Douglas's character in Falling Down. He's a terrible, terrible person, but you can seriously relate to his frustrations and everything. And I think everybody can kind of relate to Ellie in feeling left out, taken advantage of, just in that sense that she already has a poor opinion of herself, and when other people take advantage of her, she just doesn't hold back. And I think everybody can just kind of relate to that, wanting to be able to be that person at times. Maybe not to the extremes that she goes, but just to get revenge. And it's certainly fun for me to watch. Hopefully everybody else thinks it's fun to watch. But she's also kind of like a female Norman Bates, can do other voices, and she's very conniving and intelligent too. So.
And I was super impressed on Film Freeway. You included material on antisocial personality disorder that I read through, and then it got me reading more and more.
yeah, that was after first couple reviews. People were like, "Why is he act so happy?" And then he's nuts. So yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh my gosh, amazing performances and amazing directing. Do we have any other questions before we take? We got about a 5-minute break before we start our last block for the night. Okay, let's give Mikeal Burgin and Mikeal Berg a round of applause. We're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break. vote for your favorite film in your audience ballot.